Hello, and welcome to the Venue Coach Blueprint for Owners. I'm Kyle Labar. This podcast is all about helping you fill your wedding venue with more bookings, earn more from each one, and keep your customers happy for a long time. We'll also talk about some tough times and big lessons that I've learned along the way. Let's dive in together and make your venue the best spot for weddings. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Venue Coach. Today's episode is highlighting the importance of curb appeal or maintaining the appearance of your venue. So, this is an interesting one because it speaks about just impressions that you give off, and we want to make sure that the vibe that you have in your venue is such that is inviting and makes couples want to book with you. So these are tips that we like to do at our venue to make sure that we are ready for tours. That's when it matters, but it also matters on the day of your event. A lot of it comes down to cleaning. It sounds silly, but like simple and silly that I should bring that up, but there it comes down to cleaning. Is your venue clean and ready to go and presentable? It's like if you invite friends over to your house and you look around and the place is a pigsty, and they come over and they you may be good enough friends that it doesn't quite bother them, but they're gonna notice, and you'll feel uncomfortable because it's a mess. So I look at it the same way with the venue. If they come in and you might be in a situation where you just had a raging party that went to 2 a.m. the night before and they scheduled that 8 o'clock tour, and that's going to be pretty hard to be presentable. But the very least you can do is sweep up a bit. And we sweep up, we uh, get, if some of the tablecloths are absolutely filthy, then we will get rid of those, if not swap them and completely, but at least get rid of them so it's not just like filthy. Those are some basics that you can do. How do the bathrooms look? They're actually going to judge you by how your bathrooms are. Do they stink? Are there poop skids on skid marks on the toilet? Is there piss everywhere in the men's room or the ladies' room? I don't know. Does it just is it out of paper towels? Are the trash cans overflowing? Things like that. You may not think that they matter a lot, but they do. Everything adds up to the whole experience, and and that's the point I'm trying to get across. Is it all adds up to the whole experience. One thing being a little bit disheveled or in disarray, that sort of thing, because of a party last night, they can generally forgive that. But if it's thing after thing after thing after thing, geez, did you care that they were coming? That's the way I look at it. Like, I didn't care that you guys were coming. I didn't bother to clean up at all because I don't care. Book or don't, I don't care. Like, I don't want to give off that vibe when I'm doing tours or when my staff are doing tours. I don't want that vibe. I want it to be, oh, you guys had a party last night, and yeah, I see you got the cleaning crew out this morning, and it's being cleaned, whatever, but you still care enough to clean up. And yeah, we're early, so I know, like, whatever. I'll make concessions, but I don't want it to look like we aren't even trying. And that's the big thing for me. And actually, I've heard comments from couples that come through, or that we pull after the fact of, hey, why did you go with us? Oh, we went into one and the bathroom was horrible. I've heard comments like that, and so don't be the one that people can comment that about. Just be above reproach when it comes to how your venue looks. Then as far as like the visual appeal, your venue won't appeal to everybody, and that's okay. But they should already know like your vibe before they come out. And so they should at least be aware of that through proper images and that sort of thing. I've seen some venues that use photos that aren't theirs. Photos of some place that they don't own. And so that's deceptive, first of all. Don't do that because that's deceptive. You're not actually advertising your place, you're advertising your place as some other place. And then they show up and they've been bait and switched. And nobody likes being bait and switched, especially if they are aware of the bait and switch immediately upon arrival. So don't do that. If you don't have images yet, get a professional photographer out, do a photo set or photo shoot and get some photos. Put them up. Make sure people know beforehand. And then in terms of ways that we think about it, we want to have a blank canvas for our couples. So we painted our venue all white. And there's lots of venues that are all white, but it doesn't mean you have to pick white, but we just like to have a good background for whatever color that they pick. We also do updates to make sure that everything's staying fresh. So when we bought our place, we had this old awning, cloth awning, and that looked like a funeral home. And so I don't want people pulling up and thinking, wow, this looks like a funeral home. Not the thought you want on their mind when they're trying to book for a wedding. Wrong part of the stage of life. So we updated that to be a bit more inviting in terms of the appeal on our curb appeal. So little things like that. Generally, ground maintenance is, do your grounds look good when they drive in? Is it visually appealing? And there's some things that may be out of your control. You might be some neighbors that have a lot of junk in their yard and that sort of thing. Can't do a lot about that, but what you can do is just make yours so overwhelmingly good looking, ridiculously good looking, that it outweighs it. So that's just some thoughts that I have on making the venue a bit more appealing visually. A lot of it is pretty much everything's within your control. Cleanup, not having food bits everywhere, not having nasty tablecloths after an event, um, not having a stinky bathroom, that sort of thing. So, anyways, I hope this was helpful for you, and please like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.